ladies and gentlemen, I am Phoenix, or a playthrough of, and welcome back to my playthrough of Oblivion, my ASMR playthrough where I will be softly speaking during the commentary. And for those of you who have been catching up with this or have been watching it so far, please do tell me if you do like me softly speaking, or if you'd like me to return to just sort of speaking normally. I wanted to try this out because I haven't done it before. It's something new and it's something that I've enjoyed other people doing in their Let's Plays, just speaking softly or whispering. It's quite relaxing whilst watching them play some games. But if you'd much prefer me to go back to normal, by which I mean just speaking normally into the microphone and a normal volume level, then please do tell me. But for this part I shall be speaking softly. That randomly came up. That's part of DLC, so I'm not quite sure why that just appeared there. But last time we left off here in this cave. I cannot remember what this cave is called, to be honest. Rock Cavern, and we're here to hunt down. What have we got here? I haven't actually read this, so let's read the quest. The Gravefinder's Repose. Raeleen at the Rock Cavern in the wilderness north of the Imperial City has asked me to help her rid the area of a necromancer who calls herself Raelynn. The Gravefinder. Raeleen can be found in Rock Cavern to the north. Well, sorry about my reading there, it was a little bit off. It's quite early. Well, it's not quite early, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, but I've been up since 6, so you'll have to bear with me. But as you can see here, there are a few skeletons. So I'm going to take a few out of my bow, or at least one of them, since good old Thairon is also handy with a bow, as well as with a war axe. I'm going to quickly switch now to the war axe, of course. I'm going to be using this spell a lot because I very much like this. Sort of. I don't know if you'd call it. What's it again? I think it's drain health, is it not? Or absorb health. That's it. I was going to say drain life. It is sort of like a vampiric move, in my opinion. Sort of a vampiric spell almost. I do not plan on becoming a vampire in Oblivion. For those of you that have played Oblivion, I'm sure you'll know. If you decide you don't want to be a vampire anymore, it's a very long and arduous quest to cure yourself of being a vampire, and it's not fun whatsoever, so I certainly won't be doing that. It seems as though Raeleen has been it's rather morbid. She's been digging up coffins and summoning the dead back to life, it seems. Saying that though, of course, Thairon summons himself. He summons creatures from Oblivion. Whether he'll dabble in sort of more necromantic magics, by which I mean sort of conjuring undead and turning the undead to fight for him, or I'm pretty sure there is the that spell where you bring someone back to life, but as your slave, that's in Skyrim. I cannot remember what the magic spell's actually called. But whether he'll dabble in that or not, I'm not quite sure yet. But that was certainly a good couple of shots there. That didn't take too long to take this one down. Then again, all of these necromancers, are they necromancers? No, all of them are obviously just wearing robes. So and that poses a bit of a problem for me. This zombie is going to do quite a bit of damage if I'm not careful, so I don't think I'm going to take the zombie out, because it's quite pointless trying to kill the zombie. Instead I'm just going to go straight for the necromancer. Wow. Okay, that worked. I didn't expect that to work, but that was a calm spell there, and basically as the name of the spell suggests, it calms them for 60 seconds, I believe. I'm not going to check just yet, but As you can see, she completely stopped in combat there, and I think making her calm caused her summon to disappear, unless it was almost its time was almost up. But that's quite handy. I didn't think about using that. Perhaps I'll use that again if someone summons. And oh my, this is wow, this is very morbid indeed. They've not only have they been burying up the dead, but it looks like they've been doing shears. What on earth would you? They've been cutting them up as well. That's that's really eerie. Though I'd say Thairon isn't too sort of taken back or disgusted by this, by which I mean his stomach doesn't easily turn and make him feel sick. He's obviously been an adventurer, he's seen sights like this many a time over, and of course he's caused sights like that, decapitating enemies that are fighting him and such, so he's quite used to seeing dead bodies, even ones that are decomposing. And there seems to be some sort of seeds on the bed there, but I can't pick them up sadly, but I will take that nightshade. And we have a Book of the Daedra, which I shall take and perhaps I'll read later. For those of you that are watching this for the ASMR portion of the let's play portion of the playthrough, or if you're just in general watching this playthrough, would you like me to read any of the books within the game? Now I know obviously from an ASMR standpoint with my soft-spoken commentary, which I do hope people are enjoying, reading the books in game might be quite soothing. I'm not quite sure if people that are just watching this for the playthrough would want me to do that as well. And that's a necromancer adept, so where's Raeleen? That's another necromancer. So this cave clearly goes off in a different path. Okay, I've taken the opposite route to the one that I was probably supposed to. But that's fine because I've got some good loot there, so I'm not going to complain about that. In terms of the sound quality, I do apologise if you can still hear my laptop in the background. It's kind of hard to sort of completely blot it all out because this microphone does pick up sound quite well, even when it's in the mode I've got it in right now, which is where it minimalises the amount of background noise it takes in. Sadly, it only does that to a certain degree, which is a little bit frustrating, but that's one of the reasons I am posing the question whether people would prefer if I just turn this into a regular playthrough, or if you'd like me to continue the soft spoken commentary. And this seems to be the room, and since the marker is pointing that way, it looks like that is Raeleen. Perhaps we can get a quick shot off at her from here, if we're lucky, if that doesn't get in the way. She's really picked an awkward angle there, because my arrow... No, I got her. I hit her there. Oh dear, that's not good. She has some buddies. I think I'll use this dragon skin. Yeah, probably a good idea that I use that, because she is certainly quite powerful. Oh, she's quite old as well. I know that's a bit rude of me to say, but she's certainly... I don't know, not what you expect a necromancer to be. Almost a sweet old looking, sweet looking old lady. She loves her zombies, doesn't she? This zombie is really getting in my way, and sadly, it doesn't seem as though she's paying any attention to my skeleton there. Drain intelligence. These are very pointless potions. I'm not quite sure why these were put into Oblivion. It's nice to have them there because it adds diversity, but draining intelligence, draining luck. To be honest, I don't really understand the point of that. Perhaps it has quite strong repercussions that I don't know. But from some from a standpoint of just someone playing, perhaps, who's new to the game. Well, I mean, even myself, and I've played this game for 6 years now, and even I don't really understand the point in draining someone's luck in this game, because it doesn't govern any skills. Luck is just luck, so it sort of comes across as a very pointless sort of spell. I'm really not doing quite well here. She keeps healing herself. So I'm going to use that spell which drains her health for 10 seconds, and hopefully me and my skeleton can do a bit of damage. Oh, I think I just managed to kill her, but I'm going to have to quickly drink a few potions there. And we still have another necromancer to deal with, if I'm not mistaken, because that ghost is still there. Yep. There's the necromancer running away because no, okay, maybe not. I thought they were going to run away because Raelyn's dead, but no, he's still going. Oh, he has a much more. I think he had a much more powerful absorb life spell there. Resist poison by 7%. It's not exactly great loot, but I'm going to take it because I'll be able to sell it off. And oh, okay, hello there. We got a tome. Okay, and then for those of you who don't know what tomes are, they were added in through a DLC basically, and like the way you acquire magic in Skyrim, by which you by which you read the book and then you acquire the spell basically, except for in this one the book remains in your inventory for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. But so we absorb strength for 20 seconds on touch. That's quite a nice spell to have there. Not quite sure if I'm going to use it though. It's nice to have it, but whether or not it's going to actually prove useful, it's only 20 seconds. And I was thinking maybe if I'm over encumbered and I'm being attacked, I can use that to absorb the strength of the enemy and not be no longer be encumbered. But the thing is, if it only lasts 20 seconds, then it's not very potent. It's going to take longer than 20 seconds probably to actually manage to get to a shop, or perhaps in the future I'm going to buy a house maybe in the game, so that's a little bit pointless unless it also puts the enemy on the spot. And that's a very interesting looking statue there. Is that one of the Daedra? I believe that's Malakamp, maybe? Is that Malakamp? That could be. I'm not quite sure. I'm not well versed in what most of the Daedra actually look like in physical appearance, because they do tend to change their physical appearance, it seems. Oh dear. I have to get this. It's an easy lock. Oh dear. I didn't get it. That's not good. I should have really got that there, but oh well. Raeleen should really have had a key there, so I could open that, but perhaps we'll come back later on when I have more lockpicks. There seems to be another chest over here, but that's an average, so... And this skeleton doesn't have any... doesn't seem to have any lockpicks, so... I'll have to come back to this place another time and get what's ever in those chests. I'm sure it's nothing great, groundbreaking or game breaking, like really superior loot, because I believe the chests level up with your character. So, but now it's it's really early morning now. Spent all morning attacking those necromancers there, but now that Raelynn has been defeated, Thairon can go and collect his bounty, which he most certainly needs, because we used up quite a few healing and magic potions there to restore our magicka and health. So yes, we're going to have to replenish our supply. So it probably would have been a good idea to take alchemy, but Thairon just didn't come across as a sort of alchemical character. He's an adventurer, treasure hunter sort of type, and I don't think they would they would really dabble in alchemy. Hello there, Boreon.
Yes?
Any news around the province?
If you've done good deeds, the Nine will bless you and cure diseases when you visit their worship.
Ah, okay. Thank you for telling me that. Of
Good
course, I
day.
already knew that, but perhaps Thairon didn't. I have no idea. Thairon may be Thairon may be very well versed in
Greetings to you.
the Daedra and
What's
such.
going on,
There's Raeleen. Hopefully she's not going to bed. I'm getting stuck on the stairs, which is irritating.
I assume you've dealt with Raelynn appropriately.
Why have you got such a horrible disposition towards me? I've just went and defeated this Raeleen for you, so I've kind of dealt with it. So you think you'd be a little bit nicer?
I realize it's in poor taste to celebrate anyone's demise.
Ah,
But Raelynn was evil through and through. You've done the right thing. I believe we had a contract.
okay. Now you're smiling.
Here's my part.
Do you suffer from split personality disorder?
This better be
So
good.
I do believe that I probably, maybe not. I thought I might have raised her disposition there by completing a quest, but I don't believe that's how it works. You have to really play this mini game, but I'm not going to bother because Raeleen, I doubt I'm going to see Raeleen anytime soon after we stay the night.
There's
So
a bed of a sort. It ain't
10
much.
gold sounds fine to
It's
me.
upstairs, second door on the left.
Not too expensive. That's nice to see.
Thank you for
Um,
stating my business.
Farewell.
I won't forget.
Is it this one? I'm guessing it is this one because I find it very odd that the rooms supply you with a chest and cups and such, but you can't actually touch them. And that's a very nice portrait though. Seems like a portrait of a village. It's very nice, and that one's very nice as well. I quite like that one. Seems to be a church of some sort. Looks like the church down by I can't remember, but I think that's Anvil, I believe. So we'll say Thairon doesn't really need to get a lot of sleep. Let's just say that he's usually bustling with energy, despite how long he can go without sleep for a great amount of the time. Let's just say that. I mean, he's an adventurer and a treasure hunter. He sort of, when he's out in the wilderness and he's camping, he kind of has to keep his wits about him. So perhaps he's gotten used to not sleeping that much. But now we've leveled up, we get to upgrade our skills. So our speed there, I could upgrade that by 5 for the light armor, but I don't particularly want to do that. We'll definitely go for the strength because the more we can carry, the better. The more loot we can carry, and obviously the more we can sell. We did take restoration, but I think I'll stick 2 on intelligence there. And I am quite tempted to go for the speed, to be honest, for the light armor, but then again, I don't know if it's really worth it just for the light armor. I think I'll go for endurance because that affects how much health we have and how much our health will increase. So we're gonna go for strength, intelligence, and endurance there. All quite nice boosts to our honestly, I should know what these are called, but I'm sure you know what I mean. All quite nice boosts, basically. But now that we've
Hello.
now that Raeleen has been dealt with, and how much money did we actually get? I didn't actually see what our prize was for defeating Raeleen. Did we receive a prize by any chance? I think she may have paid us in treasures like these, perhaps, because I don't know if I haven't really kept track of if my money has increased or not. Let's see if
What can I do?
Raeleen. Okay, you're in a better mood, but you must have gotten some sleep or something, Raeleen.
I
But
offer
what
the
sort of things
finest
can I
goods
sell
and
to you? I
the
can sell you
lowest
some
prices
potions,
in
can I?
all
Well,
Cyrodiil.
I don't particularly need that one, so I'll sell you that. Weak fire shield, I'll sell you one of those. We don't really need to restore fatigue all that much, do we? I only sell that for 4 gold coins. That's not exactly worth.
Come
That's
back
not a
and
very
see me.
worthwhile deal. Okay
Thank
then.
you
Well,
for saving my business.
hello there, Rigmore.
What do you want?
No, apparently nothing. You seem quite hostile,
Take
so
care.
I shan't bother you. Well, since we've had a very short night's sleep, as it were, Thairon's going to continue onwards now. Raeleen has been defeated. He's completed his first quest in the land of Cyrodiil, and now Raelynn the Gravefinder has been vanquished. So no more terrible undead ghoulies to attack Ayleid and her inn there. Although she didn't exactly seem very thankful because she was quite rude. But it says we've already found this, but I don't believe we've come this way before. So we're going to activate the Ayleid well. What sort of boost does that give us there? Let's have a look. Boost. Fortify Magicka. Okay. So we already have a extra 50 Magicka because we're a Breton. And the Ayleid well is given us... okay, it's given us a spell apparently. Or is that fortified? That wasn't very straightforward. I'm guessing it's just given me extra Magicka. We can check through here. Yes, as you can see, the number there has gone up to 198 and it's green, which means it's currently being fortified. And when we get some enchanted gear, hopefully in the future, we'll see that those numbers hopefully boost up. Whether or not Thairon will ever enchant his own items is to be seen, because obviously out of character that means he'd have to go to the Mages Guild, and I don't believe Thairon is one to partake in the Mages Guild. He may use magic, he obviously dabbles in magic, but he's not the biggest fan of the Mages Guild. And another Ayleid. Oh, okay. Would you be friendly by any chance? Nope, you are not friendly. Okay. I thought for a second there he might be friendly. But we have a marauder here. So, okay, that's that guy dealt with. He seems to have a partner. They always seem to be an archer and someone who dabbles in melee or swords and such. You're no match for me. Okay, skeleton. Why did you stole my kill, skeleton? That's unacceptable. No, I was about to finish her off with by absorbing her health and making it quite a memorable death for her. Sort of better than being attacked by a skeleton with an axe. Then again, I think if I was attacked by a skeleton with an axe, I'd be quite not traumatized, but I'd be quite astonished. Probably very intrigued as well as to how the skeleton is actually being animated. But okay, if there's people here, then it must this place must be quite fruitful in terms of loot, because otherwise it probably would have been abandoned. So that's a very nice architecture. I love this sort of architecture, and Thairon finds it quite mystifying. This is obviously Ayleid, the ancient elves, and he loves ruins like this. He finds them fascinating, and he imagines what they might look like, or might have looked like, completely. What they might look like completely restored, or how they looked like back in the day. But what do we have here? We have Cyrodiil. So this is the Ayleid. What are these called again? I can't remember what they're called. That's what the Ayleid place called Cyrodiil. I honestly, I'm not quite sure what the technical name for these Ayleid spots are, but well, it looks like Thairon's got his next destination, as it were. He's going to head inside Sussine and see what sort of loot the Ayleids have left for him to discover, and hopefully he'll find quite a lot, because he does need quite a bit of money. If you notice here, his armour is completely broken. It has no it's completely deteriorated and degraded, so his war axe isn't doing too bad, and the shield isn't. The shield's holding up, but his fur cuirass and fur boots have sort of had it now. So he's going to have to make his way to a city, which he knows the Imperial City isn't far away. It's certainly unmissable. There it is, that very recognisable spire. So once he's headed in here and hopefully found some loot for himself to go and sell on, he'll head over to the Imperial City and hopefully make quite a nice profit and be able to buy some better equipment, since he lost all of his adventuring gear when the pirates tricked him and took all of his very, very expensive gear that he had worked hard to acquire whilst living in High Rock. But that concludes that sees the end of this episode, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying this playthrough series so far. Please do tell me if you'd like me to continue speaking softly and doing the ASMR format with my commentary. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next part. So until then, take care. Hope you have a wonderful weekend or day, depending on when you're watching this. And yes, I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.